Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Mojave. Today we're going to be checking out the Collapsed Overpass Tunnel Entrance. Now this is the area immediately after the player clears Hopeville, and this area is pretty short, but it introduces a new enemy within Fallout called the Tunnelers. And there's some other various interesting stuff in here. Now, this tunnel collapsed when the nuclear weapons detonated underneath Hopeville. And as we mentioned in the last video, those weapons detonated because the courier delivered a package, Eddie, to Hopeville that contained the activation codes and detonated all the nukes unknowingly. So upon entering the tunnel, you will have a conversation with Eddie, and if you are quick, you will actually encounter a Deathclaw that only has 35 HP. And the point of this Deathclaw is actually to be killed by tunnelers, but if the player is fast enough, they can just shoot the Deathclaw and it'll die very quick. But besides that, in this overturned truck, we have some food, but not much loot inside of it. And then over here on this mound, we can find a crate with a lot of rockets in it, which is pretty good because we can use those rockets to fight various enemies. And over here we can find an H&H Tools gun, which is a fairly decent weapon that we can use. And then on the dead NCR soldier, we can find the Bravo team orders, which read, at 0600 hours, Bravo team will conduct sweep and clear operations in advance of the main force. Early intelligence suggests the tunnels are only sparsely populated by small, subterranean semi-humanoids, which are easily cowed by bright light and loud noises. Bravo team has been issued flashbang grenade for this purpose and is expected to meet minimal resistance. Now inside this container next to the NCR soldier, we can find a duffel bag being covered by a skeleton, which has some healing supplies and grenades, which are pretty useful. Now, I did want to mention the NCR soldiers that we can find here are the only NCR soldiers within the Lonesome Road DLC that are not marked men. And up here we can find some rangers, and we can take their dog tags and armor. And as we advance further into the tunnel, we will encounter tunnelers. And this enemy is a brand new enemy within Fallout New Vegas. I mean, as far as it was introduced in Lonesome Road. And this enemy might make an appearance in later Fallout installments based on what Ulysses tells us. And we will look some more at Ulysses' dialogue later on. In the back of this truck, we can find a lot of ammunition and some stealth boys, which is really useful, especially in this DLC. And as I said, I wanted to take a look at some of the dialogue that Ulysses has about tunnelers.
Death will come from below, in the divide. Need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it. Tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
And here we can see that Ulysses believes tunnelers will pose a significant threat to the Mojave, and we could possibly see tunnelers in the Fallout TV show as we shift towards the Mojave. Keep in mind, New Vegas takes place in 2281, and the Fallout TV show takes place in 2296. More than enough time for the tunnelers to make their mark on the Mojave. And these guys can be pretty annoying to fight. However, I still don't think they're as bad as a Deathclaw, despite what Ulysses tells us. But they are a pretty cool enemy within Fallout, and I hope they make an appearance again. Their bioluminescent nature and the fact that they live underground and they can pop up anywhere at any time makes them a great enemy for the Fallout universe. Kind of reminds me of Tremors, if you've ever seen that horror movie. Moving on, though, we can find a lot of food and MREs, as is the case with the rest of the Lonesome Road. As you can see in this overturned truck, we have even more MREs. And then as we approach the exit in this back corner, we can find some more supply crates that have healing items in it, which is greatly appreciated as we continue along Lonesome Road, which has a fair share of difficulties. And then as we approach this truck, we can find the exit to the high road, which will be a future video. Now, I did want to quickly point out, over here we can find a teddy bear, and underneath this teddy bear is a copy of Duck and Cover, which is of course very good as it can increase your explosive skill permanently by 3 or by 4 if you have the right perks. Also, I just thought this teddy bear is kind of creepy. Why is it in this tunnel, just over in this random box? So, what do you guys think? Do you think we will see tunnelers within the Fallout TV show? Of course, tunnelers only appear in Lonesome Road, so it makes them a little bit less known. However, I really hope they do make an appearance, as it would show great attention to detail by the show's creators, and it might also help explain the terrible state that we see New Vegas in during the TV show. So, what do you guys think? And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for the next location, please post them in the comments section below. And as always, until next time.